Let's be real, artificial intelligence isn't some far-off concept anymore. It's already in your office, it's on your team's computers, and it is completely rewriting how we get work done. But as this whole revolution picks up speed, so does the reality of regulation. So we're going to break down exactly what every leader needs to know to navigate this new world of AI governance. First, let's just get a sense of the scale here. A truly staggering 75% of professionals are already using AI at work. And think about that. This isn't some top-down IT-led initiative. Nope, this is a grassroots revolution. Employees are bringing their own AI tools to the table to do their jobs better. And for leadership, well, that creates a massive blind spot. And you know what happens with that kind of massive bottom-up adoption, right? The governments and regulators are now stepping in. They're moving fast to create a formal framework to manage the risks and make sure these powerful tools are used safely. The Wild West era of AI? Yeah, that's officially coming to a close. So you've got this explosion of AI use on one side and all of these new rules coming in on the other. This is AI's new reality. And for business leaders, this isn't just another tech trend to keep an eye on. This is a core strategic issue. The time to get ahead of it is right now. You know, here's the fundamental challenge every single leader is facing. On one hand, generative AI is unlocking just incredible innovation and efficiency. But on the other hand, it's introducing some really serious risks to your data privacy, to your brand's reputation, and to your legal standing. Navigating that tension, well, that's the new core task of leadership. Okay, so to really understand the future of AI regulation, we have to start with the biggest development so far, the EU AI Act. And look, even if you're not based in the EU, you need to pay attention, because this law is setting a global benchmark that's almost certainly going to affect your business. When you boil it down, the act is actually pretty logical. It's a risk-based framework. So instead of some one-size-fits-all rule for everything, it categorizes AI systems based on the level of potential harm they could cause to people's safety or their fundamental rights. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Right at the top, you have unacceptable risk. Things like government social scoring systems. Those are just banned, flat out. Below that, high-risk applications, think healthcare or hiring, they face the absolute strictest rules. Then there's limited-risk tools like chatbots, which just require transparency. You have to tell people they're talking to an AI. And finally, most AI stuff falls under minimal risk, with no new rules at all. So what this really means for your business is you don't treat all AI the same, you have to figure out where each tool fits on this spectrum. And make no mistake, this is not just a set of friendly guidelines. This thing has serious teeth. The EU AI Act introduces some of the biggest penalties we have ever seen in tech regulation. So for the most serious violations, like using a banned AI system, the fine can go up to an eye-watering 35 million euros. That is a number specifically designed to get the attention of every boardroom on the planet. But for the big global corporations, this next number is the real headline. Fines can go as high as 7% of a company's global annual turnover. I mean, for a major tech company, that is a multi-billion-dollar risk. This proves it's not just a European issue. It's a massive global financial reason to get this right. So, okay, with stakes this high, the conversation has to shift from what are the rules to how do we get ready for them. This isn't just about compliance anymore. It's about leadership. In this quote right here just nails it. The technology is moving way faster than any government can. So waiting around for perfect clarity from regulators, that is a failing strategy. The winners in this new era will be the ones who act now and build a framework for responsible AI from the inside out. A proactive approach, well, it starts with people. You can't just assign AI ethics to the IT department and call it a day. So the very first question you have to ask is, who is on our AI governance team? You see, an effective structure needs dedicated roles. You need a chief AI officer setting the big picture strategy. You need a chief data and AI officer who's balancing innovation with compliance. You need a head of responsible AI focused on things like bias, and an AI governance lead to manage the day-to-day processes. And critically, you need a digital ethics committee to provide that high-level, board-level oversight. This isn't about creating bureaucracy. It's about building a human firewall of accountability around your AI. All right, so you've got the team in place. Now what? Well, they need a playbook. These are the concrete, non-negotiable actions that form the foundation of any responsible AI program. And this playbook really boils down to 6 key actions. First, you have to constantly monitor and audit your AI systems, not just for how well they work, but for fairness and bias. Second, you have to be transparent with your users. If an AI is making a decision about them, they deserve to know. Third, a detailed model registry is absolutely crucial for accountability. You have to know what you're using and where. And the final three are all about culture, security, and talking to the outside world, building an ethical mindset, protecting your AI from attack, and proactively engaging with regulators. These are not just checkboxes. They are the pillars of a responsible AI program. And the whole point of this playbook is twofold. Yes, of course, it's about making sure you comply with the law. But really, more importantly, it's about building and maintaining trust with your customers, with your employees, and with the public. In the AI era, that trust is your single most valuable asset. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds very EU-centric, but the principles we've been talking about are quickly becoming a global standard, and that gives proactive companies a real advantage. See, by building your governance around this kind of playbook, you're not just preparing for the EU AI Act. You're also getting in line with the UK's framework, the OECD's principles, and the US Executive Order on AI. This is the direction the entire world is heading. You're basically future-proofing your business for a whole wave of global regulation. And this brings us to what might be the most important takeaway of all. Everything we've talked about, the regulations, the roles, the playbook, it's not just about avoiding fines. Responsible AI is not a cost center. It's a strategic differentiator. In an age where trust is the new currency, proving your AI is safe, fair, and transparent is a massive competitive advantage. So AI is here, the rules are here. The only real question left is the one on your screen right now. Is your leadership ready for what's coming next?